All right, I figure like most of y'all, I'm probably gonna drop this like after my announcement video, but I figure most of y'all probably have already seen the announcement video. If you haven't, go check that out. This video will probably make sense. But I wanted to break down, I wanted to give y'all like a little short list, a little wish list of players that I'd actually want to work with. Just as a fan and someone who's been watching these players for a while, and just the way I am. If I'm going to dive into this women's basketball space, y'all probably thinking, man, you aiming for the stars with this one. It's like, that's what I do. Trust, I'm not against working with like any level of basketball player. You understand what I'm saying? I just believe that I do have the expertise that can be applied at the highest levels. Does that make sense? It's not on no cocky shit. It's not on no arrogant shit. It's not on no braggadocious shit. It's just that I believe my eye can actually be implemented at the highest level. So a lot of people like starting, you start low, work your way up. I'm not against that, but I'm also not the type of person to just only start low just because everyone says you got to start low. You get what I'm saying? I'm the type who's just like, let me see if I can, I'm shooting for the stars. What happened? What happened if that goes green? This is just a little short list, just a little wish list of players that I hope in the near future that I might have the opportunity to work with. I can tell y'all off the bat right now, I already know what type of dev coach I would be, and it wouldn't be one of them posty ones. It wouldn't be one of them post everything ones. It wouldn't be one of them post workout ones, talking to the player like as I record. Y'all really wouldn't see shit. The most y'all probably would get is a picture, and it wouldn't even be with the player. It'd probably be you know what I'm saying? It'd probably be the back of the player's head or some shit. It's like I wouldn't be on some posty shit with it. You get what I'm saying? Players that some of these players I'm like a really big fan of, and it's because of that why I'd like want to work with that player, because I know these players' games ins and outs. Like I've been watching them for years. Like I can tell you're weak. I know what your weakness is before you even say it. So it's really just players that I've been studying, players that I've been a fan of for a minute. Number one on that list, I guess we'll start with number one. Niara Sabally. Y'all need to relax. We not on that. Just relax, okay? I put you, and first of all, don't act like I didn't put y'all on. All right. Niara Sabally. Absolutely Niara Sabally. I believe Niara Sabally can be the best player in the WNBA. Bar none. The skill set's it's too. I don't know. I see. This is why when I'm in this space, man, my eye is just like, I don't know what people are looking at, but when they see a player that has all this potential, and it's just like, that's why me and Coach Sandy, we don't really see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? We just be on different type of. I can't relate. You feel me? I can't have a player like Niara Sabally on my bench just sitting there. Only user in game 5 of the final. Only user in the last game of the season. I can't. My eye ain't like that, bro. Niara Sabally, again, I believe can be the best player in the WNBA. And I'm only going to say that about one other player, and she's on my list too. But Niara Sabally, with the athleticism, with the versatility, it's like that hybrid type build where she's a big, but she has the strength of a big. She has the mobility of a guard. She has great handles at her size. With my mad scientist ass IQ and her skill set, I feel like she could be like my first winter soldier, bro. Like I feel like working with Niara Sabally, we could put the league on. We could shut down that league. Straight up. You know what? The best way to explain it, she's like, when you start playing my player, you start playing like my career and shit. And like, she's maybe like a 78 overall, but for some reason, she's already better than all the 99s. That's how I see her game. Like, she isn't even maxed. She's not even maxed out herself yet. She's not even at an 85, but she's handling these 99s. You feel me? That's the best way. That's the best way I can describe that. So that's why she's my number one. She's the highest priority. If I got a chance to work with her, all-star berth from here, MVP shit. If I could work with Niar Sabli, I'd make a monster. I really do feel like that. Anyway, we talked about her before in my videos, Hailey Van Lith, just because, again, I am fans of these players, and I'm not the type of fan that just watches just for the highlights. You get what I'm saying? I'm the type of fan that watches, like, I want to see how you're built. I want to see your mentality. I want to see, like, your weaknesses, how, if you shy away from or if you run to them. Like, I want to see everything about that player. You feel me? And Hailey Van Lith, I've been watching Hailey Van Lith ever since she was like working with Kobe, like high school, because actually Kobe put me on, right? So I got to watch a little bit of her in high school, but I've been following her entire college career. I talked about these things before when it comes to her weaknesses and whatever, but really I just think she again has so much potential that hasn't really been tapped into. And I understand she already has like trainers and whatnot. She basically has everything at her disposal. She works with Kyrie Irving, so why the hell would she work with me? But again, she's number 2 on the list. I think, again, I'm just, when they say detail oriented, I'm like, I feel like I'm detail oriented on crack. Like, I just, like, this small shit that most people would just disregard. Like, I'm on that, man. Like, I'm on that. Like, why is your foot here? Like, well, like, what are you doing off of this screen? Like, if you put your pinky toe down on this screen first, would you have been able to curl this? Like, I'm sick with it. So Hailey Van Lith is definitely number 2, just because I feel like I know her game. I know exactly what would unlock her game. So she's number 2. Number 3 on my list, you probably haven't heard of this player, but her name's Camille Pierre. She plays for Vanderbilt. When you think of Asia Wilson and kind of like her dominance at that 4 spot, it's kind of like the same thing like Anthony Davis. Like, yeah, they could play 5, but at that 4, they're killer, right? What I see with Camille Pierre as well, I think she's a glitch. I think she's like a glitch in the Matrix, because she could probably play a little 5, but she's 6'2", 6'3". She could play the 4, and if she's at the 3 spot, it's glitchy. It gets super glitchy. It gets super different, because her skill set kind of reminds me of maybe a more, there's space to be a more versatile Asia Wilson. So dominate on defense, dominate on offense. It can happen, and then she's going to pose so many different matchup problems, because it's like she can kill at the 4, and if you put her at the 3, if you have the personnel to put her at the 3, shit gets spooky. You feel me? So Camille Pierre, check her out. I believe, as of right now, I think still she's the only player to be, top 10 in 4 major statistical categories in women's Division I basketball. I think she's the only player to be in 4 out of 5 of those major stat cats. So Camille Pierre for sure. Plus she can dunk too. It's like, again, just what I'm looking at from the player, like the skill set, the mentality, the potential. Camille Pierre is you're probably going to hear her name like when she's a junior and senior, but I'm putting y'all on now. Camille Pierre, Vanderbilt. Number 4 on my list, Anaya Peoples. You all have probably not heard of Anaya Peoples either. She used to play at DePaul. How did I get wind of her? I think when Anissa Morrow left DePaul, I was watching a couple of games, and then Anissa Morrow left DePaul. And for some reason, again, I kind of watch underdogs too. So I'm not just always watching like the top 25 in Division I, but I kind of watch the underdogs as well. So I kind of stayed tracking DePaul. I was just like, I wonder if they're gonna be like any good once Anissa leaves. You feel me? I was just on that type of time. It was weird, but I got to watch a player named Anaya Peoples, and I was just like, okay, she got game. Combo guard, you know me, I love combo guards, but combo guard, she can play defense, she can play offense, and I feel like she's a Benijah Laney type player. But again, it's like they have the potential to be they're starting at like an 80. They're starting at an 80, and they can handle themselves. They can handle like the 95s and the 97 plus overalls. So when I look at Anaya Peoples' game, I feel like we're looking at a combo guard who can facilitate, shoot, drive, get to the lane, handle. It's the combo guards, I feel like, can be some of the biggest glitches in the game, other than the power forwards, yes, but the way the women's game is, like, there are a lot of bigs kind of dominate the game still. But combo guards get really glitchy as well, because when you can do everything at the guard spot at a size where I believe she's 6'1", at that size, there are not a lot of options to diminish that. So if she's a 2 guard and she has all these different aspects, I mean, look how Juju Watkins is getting off. It's because when you're that combo guard, there aren't many. It's like Steve Kerr guarding Michael Jordan. Like, there aren't many people that are able to stop all of your threats, or even hold you in and try to limit you in this box. Combo guards are really tough matchups. So Anaya Peoples, I feel like we could, if we work together, I basically turn her into a cheat code. Number 5 on my list, Sabrina Ionescu. This is the only other player outside of Niyar Sabli where I say she can be the best player in the WNBA. Sabrina Ionescu's potential, I don't even think her fullest potential, but her potential at maybe 90% is a walking triple-double. And y'all know me, I've been on Sabrina's ass ever since she got into the league. And I'm just like, if she can fix these things, if she can get better with these things, there's no stopping her. There's no stopping her. The same triple-double threat she was in college at Oregon, she could be doing the same shit in the W, but she's still, these things, like, when the weaknesses are the things that are holding, when your weaknesses, like your main weaknesses, when those are the things holding your game back from basically just exploding, as in you turn this into a strength and now you can't be stopped, those potent improvements, as I called it 2 years ago, those potent improvements, the shit where it's just like, man, you got this now. It's like a left-handed player being able to go right. Damn, now the fact that you can go right, now the defense don't know, like, has no clue where to send you. Now you're a dual threat basically when you slash. If we turn some of Sabrina Ionescu's weaknesses, or weaknesses that I see that I don't feel have been addressed yet, you turn some of these shits into strengths. What is that player? I think you have a walking triple-double. I think Sabrina Ionescu can average a triple-double. I mean, Alyssa Thomas is pretty close, but I believe Sabrina, especially with her team, with the team around her, Sabrina Ionescu could probably average a triple-double. And that is a player, like, that's, again, this is just wish list. This is just, this is just dream list. But I feel if I ever got to work with Sabrina Ionescu, because we would attack her weaknesses, like, she would be fluent in her weaknesses after. All them shits would be strengths. But I feel like if I were to work with Sabrina Ionescu, we'd be on some shit. We'd be on some shit. So that's just my short list. That's just the wish list. I'm putting it out. I guess you could say I'm putting it out there in the universe or metaverse, whatever the hell. But yeah, those are the players I'm hoping to work with. That would be really dope if I got the opportunity to. So yeah, just me yapping. Wish me luck, man. Like, I'm actually trying to step into this environment. Hopefully my knowledge and expertise is enough. Wish me luck. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm out of here, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed, take care. Peace.